as someone who's on the sea pretty much every day of my life, it's something which is a real issue to my heart, as it is to many others. And it's clearly, depending on where you are in the world, it's different levels of issue. But, globally, there are 8 million metric tons of plastics going into the oceans every year. And, if we do nothing about that, by 2050, there are going to be more plastics in the ocean than there are fish. So it's clearly a very real and urgent problem.
And tell us a bit, you refer quite naturally to your own personal experience. Just tell us about some of the things you've seen on the great oceans that, of course, other people wouldn't have seen with their own eyes.
Well, out in the oceans, there are these 5 gyros, as they're called, which are collections of plastics in the ocean that the currents bring together, which are, huge areas, vast areas of the oceans which are completely covered in plastics and obviously have a real impact in the sea life around those key zones or gyros. And then, globally in different seaports, coastal areas where, as I said, there's the 8 million metric tons of plastics coming in from the land, most importantly into the ocean, and that's where the real issue lies.
Talk more about the impact on the sea life and marine life. It's not just an irritant, is it? It's stuff. It could lead to destruction of species, all kinds of implications then for the food chain as well and for humanity.
Yeah, that's right. When you look at the statistic that by 2050, if we do nothing about this issue, there's going to be more plastics in the oceans than there are sea life. You don't have to be a marine biologist to work out that that's a serious issue to species, to wildlife and to humanity itself.
And tell us about the work that is being done. A lot more clearly has to be done about the single-use campaign.
Well, with our team, Land Rover BAR, involved with the America's Cup, we partnered with sustainability organisation 11th Hour Racing, who have really helped us to have sustainability as a sort of DNA of our new America's Cup team, if you like. So, yes, we absolutely say no to single-use plastics. We have meatless Mondays, as we know it, at our base in the UK and in Bermuda, where the teams stay away from eating meats on the Mondays and the issues that can cause. And also we have our 11th Hour Racing Exploration Zone at our base, America's Cup base in Bermuda, which is really for young people to come in and to showcase them, the sustainability initiatives that we have to try and educate the next generations coming through of the importance of sustainability and looking after safeguarding our environment.
It's one part of it, isn't it, that kind of activity. But what about, individuals are listening and horrified hearing the tales you tell of what you've seen on the high seas and saying, but what can I do? What personally can I do? What difference would it make if I don't buy that plastic water bottle and throw it away? And I think it's going to be recycled, but clearly it isn't.
Well, I think everyone has to take a responsibility, from a personal viewpoint, as you were saying no to single-use plastics and using reusable water bottles and such initiatives really will make a difference. From a business standpoint, we've seen through the World Economic Forum in Davos, a real push towards this plastics economy where it really does become a commodity, much like metals and other materials. And a company like Unilever coming out with a statement that by 2025 they want to have all of their plastics recyclable, reusable and compostable. That's a great statement, and if business, individuals and families can really see the issues at hand and make some efforts to within their lives or within their businesses, then there is huge potential. It's not too late to set this straight and to make a difference.
And so, Ben, while you're with us, just give us a sense of your hopes for your America's Cup team. I know you're a serial winner, so you're not in it to come second.
We're really excited about the America's Cup, which starts in the end of May in Bermuda. We were able to come out on top in the America's Cup World Series at the end of last year, and we're now launching our race boat on the 6th of February out in Bermuda. The team's working incredibly hard to get the job done. If we're ultimately not successful this time round, then we'll keep going until we do bring that cup home.